Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Skybound's Transformers issue number 4. With the battle smoke still lingering in Farmingham, Starscream arrives to confront the heavily damaged Skywarp, demanding the location of the Autobots. Skywarp points him east and the Decepticon leader departs, vowing to return for Skywarp later. At the quarry, Ratchet is tending to Wheeljack when he gets a distress call from Optimus Prime. Optimus is driving Sparky and the critically wounded Spike through the woods, with Starscream in pursuit. A blast from Starscream damages Optimus and cuts off the transmission, forcing Ratchet to prioritize firepower over his current task. Meanwhile, Starscream lands in front of Optimus, but Carly and Cliffjumper ambush him, knocking him off balance. This allows Optimus to run over Starscream and escape with Cliffjumper. Furious, Starscream calls Soundwave for backup. Our heroes reach Farmingham Hospital only to be attacked by Laserbeak. As Optimus and Cliffjumper defend Sparky, Carly and the medical team rush Spike inside, when they're ambushed by Rumble and Soundwave. Soundwave is about to execute Optimus when Starscream orders him to wait, but Starscream realizes they're at a place where the squishy ones get repaired, and decides to make Prime's suffering worse by destroying the hospital. Inside, the doctors barely manage to intubate Spike before Starscream's assault begins, consequently knocking out the power. As Starscream enjoys the chaos, Soundwave warns him that Ratchet is approaching with reinforcements. Jazz. The Decepticons focus their firepower on Jazz, but he outmaneuvers them and quickly takes them down. Outnumbered, Starscream orders a retreat. The Autobots watch through a hole in the hospital wall as doctors inform Sparky that although Spike has been stabilized, the hospital's backup generator was destroyed in the battle. Without power, Spike and other life support patients are doomed. As Sparky begins to mourn, a bright blue glow emanates from Optimus's open chest compartment. Ratchet tries to dissuade Optimus, but he's determined to prevent more death, removing the matrix of leadership from his chest and using its energy to repower the hospital. Relieved, the doctors rush to get Spike to the ICU. Meanwhile, the Decepticons return to the Ark, where Soundwave berates Starscream for another failure. Starscream, frustrated, snaps back, criticizing Soundwave for failing to repair Teletran 1 and revive their other comrades. Soundwave explains that they lack the necessary Cybertronian materials. They both turn to Skywarp, and despite his protests, they begin tearing him apart for parts. Back at the hospital, Sparky speaks to the comatose Spike, expressing his desire to restart their lives and protect him from a world he no longer sees any good in. His attention shifts to Optimus, who is showing a young patient his ability to transform. Sparky then discusses the Matrix with Optimus, and Optimus explains that it was a gift he received long ago, and that he used all its energy to save the hospital, leaving Spike's fate in the hands of the Great Spark. Sparky is confused by the idea of Optimus having a god, seeing Optimus himself as godlike. In the generator room, Optimus reunites with Jazz and Ratchet, who has repaired the hospital's generators. Ratchet criticizes Optimus for risking the Matrix, suggesting he should have used it to heal himself instead. But Optimus dismisses the idea, unwilling to let innocent humans die. Ratchet counters that humans aren't innocent. They are prone to anger and destruction just like Cybertronians. And at that moment, Jazz collapses. Ratchet had used the remaining energon from their comrades' bodies to revive Jazz, but it was barely enough. Ratchet insists they need to prioritize their survival, revealing something stashed in Optimus's trailer that might help. Though Optimus finds it repulsive, Ratchet argues that they have little choice, and Sparky interrupts with a potential solution to their energy problem. Meanwhile, in a wrecked hospital room, Cliffjumper comforts a grief-stricken Carly, sharing that Starscream killed his entire clan long before the Autobots and Decepticons came to Earth, prompting him to join the war. Optimus, now equipped with a new arm featuring a very familiar large cannon, approaches Cliffjumper, asking if he's ready to go on the offensive. At the Ark, Starscream continues salvaging Skywarp's parts, declaring his everlasting leadership of the Decepticons. But off in a remote Arctic region, a severely damaged Megatron lies offline, partially embedded in ice, conspicuously missing his right arm. Now, I've been thoroughly enjoying this series, and it's quickly becoming one of my favorite Transformers comics of all time. In fact, when people ask me in the future which comic they should read if they want to get into Transformers comics, I'm going to be pointing them in the direction of Skybound. The storytelling has been intense, and I love the character dynamics because they're engaging, and the action sequences have been perfectly executed. Every time I finish an issue, it has left me wanting more, which is all I really ask for when I'm looking for a good comic. In this particular issue, the things that really stood out to me were the real-world dynamics of Spike being in critical condition and his father, Sparky, struggling to come to grips with the situation, and this portrayal of Optimus Prime has been exceptional. They've done a great job capturing both his strength as a leader and his deep compassion for those who he protects. And I can't forget to mention the foreshadowing of Megatron's return. But let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed this issue. Don't forget to like this video and sub to the channel for more. And stay tuned for my breakdown and review of Transformers, issue number 5. I'll see you guys next time.